Welcome back. This is Mr. Tucker. Another good interview on the Gentleman Scholar Project.
How you doing, man? Thanks for having me. Corshon Johnson.
Corshon Johnson.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Johnson, thank you so much for coming out with us today.
Man.
All right. So, as you guys know, we talked about previously on the Gentleman Scholar Project, I'm all about empowering conversations that can move us forward together from boys to men. Mr. Johnson, you are a new student here at CCBC Gainesville, correct?
Yes, sir.
You're also part of the MSI Male Student Success Initiative.
Yes, sir.
Love to see that. What made you do something like that? Why join an organization like that?
Joining in this type of organization allowed me to see myself in a better light, getting different perspectives, and made me take the advice from the boys that became men.
So this conversation today, we kind of want to talk a little bit about reflecting on our past. Reflecting on the past is important because a lot of times if we don't reflect on the past, there can be times where we might be harming our own progress because sometimes we might be caught up on things behind us instead of looking at everything that's fast forwarding. So that's why a lot of this conversation today, we want to start off by kind of clarifying some of your past experiences and the strengths you developed.
Yes, sir. My past experiences and the strength that I developed, I see myself changing a lot.
Okay.
It's been a lot of change, being able to see myself, like I said, in a different lighting. There's two sides to every story.
Of course. Okay. What does the phrase starting over fresh mean to you?
The phrase starting over means seeing yourself in the past and cutting off, not allowing yourself to even get in contact with the past self.
If you had to define it in 3 words, what would they be?
If I define it in 3 words, I would say brand new start.
Thinking back on your journey up to this point, what is the biggest obstacle you've successfully overcome?
I had a kid at an early age. Scared. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I was scared. I definitely was in a situation where I was definitely in love, but I had to allow myself to understand that you gotta know when to love and you gotta also know when to keep things in order to continue that love. You gotta actually love the person and actually want to build with the person, you know?
Agreed. Absolutely.
So me now I'm getting older, I'm understanding that you gotta do things a little bit different, take control as a man.
What did that experience teach you about your own resilience?
My own resilience is the experience that I've had to experience with that situation was be patient in a way. Be patient. Don't allow yourself to get out of control in situations when times do get hard. Don't give up.
Is it possible to say after you overcome it, you are resilient enough that with time you can overcome it?
Yes, sir. Because I feel as though you can do one thing, you can do all things.
In what situations have you felt most seen, heard, or valued for your contributions?
I want to say, as far as my family, I can put my family on the pedestal. You know, when things needs to be done, you know, I'm the one to call. Being able to have about this person, how about this person. Why? Because they feel as though I'm going to help them accomplish the things that they need help with. In a way.
What made these experiences different for you?
You know, it's crazy you saying that because with my family, we all go through things differently. With the different experiences with mine, it allows me to, and I'll let you explain it. I'm still growing up and I'm trying to see things in a different lighting, but this is just the start. So it's just going through it, honestly.
Understand. Got you. Hopefully we can talk about how you don't just go through it, but how you move through it. Be more intentional. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
we don't want to fall down the stairs. We want to walk down the stairs.
Sir.
What are the skills, traits, or characteristics that you feel most proud of having developed, even under difficult circumstances?
I realized that one of the characteristics that I've developed is being able to be strong, being able to adapt to my environment.
Okay.
You know, being able to make changes and, you know, make adjustments, you know, to become the person I want to become. And not just for myself, but for my little one as well. Allowing him to see that my dad is doing this, my dad's making sure this is what it is, and he wouldn't have to worry about anything. That's my goal.
Absolutely. Okay. I want to add something that I've noticed, and I know we've only known each other for a little over a month, but you seem to have quite a bit of empathy. You had some difficulties today that I typically would think would have made most people not show up, but here you are.
Yeah, I don't mind sharing. In my way here, you know, I got into a accident, looked at my damage on the car, looked at someone else's car, realized the situation, and I feel like I had to handle the best way I could as a man. You know, not allowing anyone to feel down or bad, you know, because things happen in life. You know?
Yeah, you're
And
right about that.
At the end of the day, we just got to strive through what we got to get through. And I saw the problem, and I had to de-escalate it.
How old are you?
I'm only 20.
You're only 20. I'm glad you said only 20 because you are showing maturity that, I'm 40 now, but I don't know if I had that at 28. I'm not sure how much I had it at 32, but
Yes,
you're
sir.
already demonstrating it at 20. I remember getting into a fender bender, man. Somebody hit me and kept going. And I remember I pulled off to a gas station and I had a real nice bracelet. I got so mad, banging on my trunk, I broke it. And it was like, dang, I'm thinking about that. Like, you already got a lick. Now you done messed up yourself. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? What you got to show for that? That's terrible. But that's because I wasn't dealing with it. What are you currently leaving behind as you pursue this next phase?
I'm currently leaving behind the negativity, the doubt. I'm leaving behind myself thinking I can't do this. And now I'm in a situation where I'm one step closer to it. I'm allowing myself to see that I can leave away the old me and look at the new me and strive for it. I see the new me, I see the picture, I see my image on how I want to be. So now it's just me working towards it. And
Gotcha.
what I'm leaving behind is, like I said, the negativity. I want to say the doubt, discourage, just being able just to do it.
What do you do to protect yourself? Because one of the things I find when we start to grow and separate ourselves from past versions of us, oftentimes people around us will keep reminding us who that person was to keep it present. What do you have in mind to help you combat that?
Just allowing what the people say to not allow what I'm trying to get to. If you allow what people say to you, it's going to give you that discourage and that doubt. It sits in the back of your mind of what someone said. Maybe you can be strong enough to be like, oh, I'm not going to listen to it. It's going to come back to you in the future. It's up to you and your heart on what you're going to do to outbeat what the person says to you.
Nice. Now, this next section, I want to talk more about clarifying your ambitious goals and that future identity. Let's try to figure out who is this man that you're trying to become. The questions that you're going to hear following now are designed to help you articulate your aspirations and connect them to your personal values. We call this evolving change talk. So the first question is, if you look 1 year out and everything has worked out perfectly, what is the most significant change in your day-to-day life?
I see myself in my everyday life in a year. I can see myself being able to help out kids, show them that this is an opportunity that I've got, you can have it as well. Anybody can have this opportunity, but if you allow yourself to be discouraged, you won't get the opportunity. I see myself being someone that could be like you one day, being a mentor,
Thank you.
being able to build up people instead of just allowing them to go through it by themselves. You won't get nowhere being in an environment that's not benefiting you.
Let's consider an ambitious goal you're chasing. What would achieving that goal allow you?
I would feel blessed to even be in a situation.
What would achieving the goal allow you to feel that you don't feel right now?
Now, I really do feel blessed to be in a situation where I can be in an interview and talking like this to you because I really feel like this is a blessing right now. You didn't have to do this. But I do appreciate that you giving your time out your day for me to come and speak my story on how I feel and what's going on within my life. So, how I would feel is even what I don't feel right now, I think I would feel great by myself. Being able to push myself consistently every day to get up and go out and work every day, having that dedication,
Got
the
you.
motivation for myself. I don't think I shouldn't have anyone else to do that for me. I feel like you just the fire
I
you
think
have
it comes the best when you build that by
exactly.
yourself. How does this ambitious goal align with who you want to be as a person, not just what you want to achieve professionally?
Well, I want to be a people's person. I want to be able to have someone call me and say, I need this, I need that. I want to be the one that's always on the move, working to help other people achieve their goals as well.
You want to be a provider for the community.
Yes, sir. Not just for my family, because at the end of the day, we are a village.
Yes, I love that. Thank you. What is the reason this change feels important to pursue right now, as opposed to waiting 6 months or another year?
I feel like the change right now can dictate what's going to be like in the future. If you don't change now, you won't expect a good future. You can't expect something good if you don't change your habits right now.
So I'm hearing this change sounds like this is going to be the wave of all waves that rises all the ships for you.
Yes, sir.
If you don't pursue this goal, what do you imagine will be the cost to you over the next few years?
If I don't achieve the goal that I want to achieve as far as, sports and stuff like that, at least I know that I have my smart knowledge because I'm in school. Being able to be a smart kid, being able to be someone that can articulate the things that I got going on. Being able to switch in case if I need to. If sports doesn't work out for me, I gotta have my smarts. I gotta be able to help the people that, just it's just a lot as far as just one. As far as just figuring out one goal, it's a lot more to things than just having one goal in my eyes.
It is. It absolutely is. What do you imagine would be the cost to you, though, in the next few years if you didn't pursue this?
I wouldn't feel like it will be a waste of time. I feel like it would just be another thing that I'm doing, just trying it, see where it's going to get me.
Okay. So these next questions help transition from abstract goals to a concrete action. We call this the commitment. What is one area where you feel like you have control or competence that you can leverage immediately for this next step?
I want to say that what I got onto my hands right now. I still got my legs, still move around. I still got the brain to think. I still got my wisdom to know right from wrong. So I know what actions to take forward right now. As far as me playing sports, I got my skill level. I see where I'm at. I'm seeing where other people are, and I see where I fit in.
Got you. You can definitely control your own skill level. How can you leverage it, though?
As far as leveraging it,
It's okay. It's all right.
but as far as leveraging,
Maybe you don't know. That's fair, bro. That's fair. That's part of the journey, man, is figuring out. Most of the times when we are struggling, it's not because you were not good enough. It's not because you didn't work hard enough. Most of the failure comes from you just didn't know.
and that's okay. That's okay.
I was listening to Tom Brady talk. I watch a lot of reels and I record them. I like to use them as drops when I DJ. And he goes, people always want to talk about the victories, what made you great. And I told him, I was like, man, the hell with that. It's not about the victories. You want to talk to me? Let me tell you about those losses, them losses that burnt my soul and redefined me to become the man that you know. Those are why I win. It's because of how bad I lost. That's what defined me. Michael Jordan became the ringmaster because he was tortured by the Pistons and the Celtics in the 80s. And he got tired of it. He went to the gym and he lifted, he got strong and napper. And that's how he oversaw it. It wasn't easy for him.
No,
If it was easy, it
not.
wouldn't be that way.
Yes, sir.
Where's one area where you feel like you currently, if you were to take the smallest possible action towards your biggest goal in the next week, what would that action be?
See, I like this question, and I actually like this one. The next step that I can see myself doing within the next week, that'll be one step closer to my goal. It's applying for more colleges, getting more contact with the coaches, putting my name out there, allowing myself to see that, okay, now if I start doing this, what can I gain from this? So that's the question that I really pondered on what step would I really take the next week. And I really feel as though me working every day, me trying to get in contact with coaches, me trying my best to align myself with what I can do instead of what I can't do, it's going to get me places.
Absolutely. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is not at all and 10 is absolutely ready, how ready are you to commit to taking that first small step?
I'm going to say out of 9.
Okay, fair. Now, what kind of support, mentorship, accountability, resources do you anticipate you'll need to help you keep on track?
As far as that situation, I would really need my family to be beside me. All my loved ones, I really would feel like that right there will give me that fire to go.
So I'm going to ask you, what would your family or loved ones be doing to help you? Because that's what you need.
Well, I actually have a brother who plays football. He knows the dedication and how much work it needs to be put in for that type of job. And I get that, every time he always saying, you want to go outside, let's go work, let's go do this, let's go do that. And that's something that I appreciate and I love doing.
Is that an older or younger brother?
Older, actually.
Okay.
Older. He played for the high school that I went to, that I had to transfer from. He was a good player. He definitely had his time.
Mm-hmm. Did he play in college?
He went to college, but I'm not sure why he didn't continue on with college, but he definitely played football in college. Yes, he did.
Okay. I guess now that we're done with the questions, we can get real now. Let's let everybody get to know. Is it your number one goal to become a college athlete, a football player?
Yes. Honestly, I'm realizing that all what my friends have, I want that,
Okay. You have friends on the football team?
I have friends that do play football. Yes, I do.
You know what colleges they play at?
Some go to Frostburg, some go to Bowie. There's some all over the place, honestly.
I don't know if you've seen the channel yet, but we had another young man that plays basketball. He actually was recruited to play football at West Point, but he really wants to play basketball. And he let it be known that his goal is to make the NBA. And we told him we want to be invited to the draft party. But I remember when he made that definitive statement, I said, is it just be a pro athlete? Because you can play in other countries. They have leagues. But he said, no, I want to play with the very best in the world. Taking that same energy, I want to know, do you just want to play college football? Or is this, no, I want to play on a D1 school. I want an opportunity.
I want all of it. I want everything. I want to get there. No matter what, I want to get there. No matter what it's going to take, I want to get there.
So if you just want to play on a football team, there's a roadmap for that. If you want to play on a football team that gives you potential to continue playing to the next level, there's a roadmap for that. But those are they're both pretty difficult. But this one is got quite some peril ahead of you.
Yeah.
And so how do you prepare yourself for all that?
For those both roadmaps is one thing in common: sacrifices.
Yeah.
It's going to take some sacrifices, and it's going to take some hard times to get to where you need to get to see who you're going to be at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
So what am I going to do to prepare for this? Just work every day. Allow myself to let go of the old habits that I had for the fresh and brand new start that I'm looking for.
I know I gave you a tip the other day because CCBC doesn't have a football team, unfortunately. They do have track and field. And I think it might be interesting if you were able to get on a track and field team and you were to get some motion there, you might be able to leverage that, send out your tapes. You might be able to send them to some universities that might consider you. The problem with trying to make it on sports teams is just that the walk-on is really low. UNC Chapel Hill, to even find out when the walk-on is, you got to really be in the know, and it's hard to get around those guys. And then, like I said, a lot of times they already have their teammate. You really going to have to wow somebody to make them reconsider.
Yes, sir. The tip you gave me before was a brilliant idea. I didn't think about trying to do three type of things as far as sports to get to my place, whatever it's going to take. That's all it's really about, whatever it's going to take. Track and field would be a nice option for me, honestly.
Do you work out?
I should be working out more, honestly. I'm not going to talk about that one.
Okay. I feel like if you're trying to get to a pro athlete, you probably need to be on some two-a-days.
Honestly.
You know? I don't know what time this gym opens, but maybe want to open and close that bad boy.
Honestly. Be a gym rat. Something I need to get into.
You said you have friends that are on teams. Maybe try to hang out, work out with them.
That's true.
Yeah, like I had friends when I was younger that used to play sports, and what I would do is, because I used to be I wasn't obese, but I was definitely really overweight at that point. To help me get in shape, I would work out with my friends that played sports, but the workouts would be sports. I would do this drill. I couldn't do burpees, but I caught the medicine ball. I would come here, and then I would leap all the way up and put it up like I was doing a rebound, and then putting it down.
Okay.
And so because I'm in my mind catching rebounds, I'm just thinking rebound, put it down, rebounds, put it down, rebounds, or wide receiver, down, catch, boom, catch, touchdown. Like I would just do that kind of stuff because it made it fun for me versus just doing burpees and working out. But working out with athletes gave me all those little skills, and being with them, I started to learn what they're doing. And if you wanted to be an athlete, working out with other athletes, you can learn their workouts, and that could also help you be more intentional.
Yes, sir. You've been around the environment that you want to be around, you become who you hang around.
Yes.
And if you sit in the same vicinity as, people that's you really not on the level that you are trying to get to, there's no room for you to grow.
You're going to be stuck. I think John Hope Bryan said, if you want to be a millionaire, you need to be surrounded by millionaires. Because if you're not a millionaire yet, you're going to become one because they're going to be telling you everything that they do to become a millionaire. And if you're hanging with them, you're going to eventually do some of that stuff.
Become a millionaire.
Yep. The same thing if you hang out with people that's broke or getting in trouble. If you constantly stay with them, eventually you're going to do stuff to get in trouble because that's the only behavior that's being communicated to you.
Yes, sir.
So aside from the athlete, what else though? Because you mentioned going to college and then having your smarts to back you up. What does that look like?
I feel like the smarts to back you up is becoming a scholar, allowing yourself to use your brain in ways that it's going to take a challenge to overcome those challenges. Once you feel as though you can beat this challenge, you can do this one, there's a lot more that's going to come, but those challenges are going to be a lot more. You can deal with them because you see you can deal with this one, you deal with this one, and you should be able to deal with a lot of other challenges as well.
Okay.
So me coming here is for a fresh start. Me coming here is to see where I can end up in the next few years. I want this to align with where I'm trying to go to,
And have you started looking at any place?
I've been looking for some colleges. I have my top 3 on where I want to go. I have my top 3 on where I would need to go as far as like what I would have to settle with.
Got you. Okay.
Of course, I want to stay in state, but again,
Why you want to stay in state?
I want to stay in state because I don't think going out of state is just the end all be all. I feel like Maryland's a good place. I've realized that if I do go out of state, you get your name advertised a lot better.
Something unique about the state of Maryland. State of Maryland has one of the communities that's in the top 10 most dangerous and also top 10 safest. And they're like 30 minutes from each other. And I'm like, yo,
literally.
that's wild. You know what I'm talking about? I'm being in Baltimore. I'm like, how does that happen? Oh,
It's crazy, man.
yeah.
Honestly.
Outside of being an athlete, what else do you want to do?
I want to pursue my major within sports management.
What do you want to do with sports management?
With sports management, I want to be able to use that degree to help out kids, have the opportunity.
So do you want to be like a sports coach?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What sport would you?
I will coach football and basketball.
You know, a little pro tip, man. You can probably do that kind of work almost right now if you work in a school. They always have roles for coaches because there are a lot of schools where, you know, there's schools today struggle with a lack of males. And so there are a lot of schools that may not have anybody there that either got the time or want to do it.
Yeah, I feel as though just even being a volunteer to get in contact with the kids' parents and try to build them up, you can definitely have a good reputation of doing that. Kids need men in their lives to help them get to where they need to get to. Of course, you know, it just goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know.
When I was doing my internship for my second master's to become a school counselor, I remember the school I worked at, it was a young guy. He was the basketball coach. He was like 21, 22. Cool dude. And the kids, I know they liked it because, like I said, they were like 8th grade. Here you got this young guy. He's only 21. They're 14. You know, they probably loved, you know, sitting there with him. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. I think coaching can be really valuable. There's a difference between coaching and mentoring, but a good coach does mentor and can make lifelong impact. Some coaches are the reasons why some kids might have got on a good foot.
I feel as though you helping out kids like that is going to help you even become a better mentor.
Yes.
You know, because you're seeing yourself coaching the kids and telling them the things they need supposed to know, but then you also think, okay, this is coming from me. Now I can start learning more about myself and start doing things a lot better that you didn't think you could do.
Through my organization, I always tell people that mentorship is a two-way relationship. It's not just one person pouring in. The mentee pours into the mentor too. If I'm mentoring you, you learn when my birthday is. You know, you checking on me. You make times in your day to come and see and talk to me. That's a commitment. You don't have to do that. You can do something else. When you're mentoring a younger guy, you take interest in what they're doing. Some of those conversations will sometimes impact you. I'm talking to young guys about how to behave with young ladies. Now I'm thinking about my damn self. When I'm out, I got to make sure I'm behaving because we can't have you watching the news and seeing Mr. Tucker on here with the news with all these allegations. And you're like, well, damn, man, you was just telling me how I'm supposed to be and here you are doing the opposite. We can't have that. So, you know, I believe being a mentor helps make a man accountable to himself because you have to maintain that composure for the guys coming up behind you.
Yes,
you can't be out here kicking wisdom, trying to speak life into people, and you out here dying. That's just whack. Not cool at all. Yeah.
It's just like you see a lot of stories like that already.
It's disappointing. It's very disappointing. I have to pride myself in. You are not going to find out about me. I can tell you stories about when I was a young man and the young lady might have put me in a situation, but I acted correctly. I remember my freshman year of college, a really nice, pretty girl came to the rec center. She was all in my face, and I liked her a lot. Went back to her room, but I could tell she wasn't right. She started taking her clothes off, and I put her to bed. And I was like, baby, you have a good night. We can talk tomorrow when you're feeling better. And I left. And I remember guys was like, yo, you wildin', son. You supposed to clap that up. I'm like, I'm supposed to what? She wasn't even all right. Why would I do that? I want her to want me. I want her to be present and see. Ain't no...
To know what's going on
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. We're not doing none of that fugazi stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not how a man should conduct himself.
Yes, sir.
I don't even like when a young lady is obnoxious or under the influence. I think it's disgusting. She's supposed to have that standard, right? But again, when you're trying to be a better man, it's not always easy because a lot of things we sometimes don't do the best job of honoring and capitalizing on the right behavior. Sometimes we as guys can get together and start encouraging each other to do things that are negative. And that's why we have the Gentleman Scholar Project. Because I'm trying to be one of the guys that's constantly echoing and reminding us, do the right thing. You know, do the right thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. And I'll tell you something, when you graduate, because we're going to speak that to existence, it's going to be a powerful moment for your son.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because he's going to see that. And what we see, we plant seeds into our life, you know? Like, I didn't see my older sister graduate from college, but I knew about it. And so the minute I knew that she did that, that planted a seed in me. That's why I wanted to go to college. I'm like, my sister went, I'm going too. You know what I mean? And I'd have been quite a few times now, bro.
Yes, sir.
But only because that seed gets planted. All right. Anything else we need to cover that I missed?
I think you hit all the points, sir.
Okay. You spoke a lot about wanting to be there for younger men and be a support for them. I really like that. Here at Just Inspire Mentoring, we are trying to raise a coalition of fellow men that have the same goal of being intentional and being in the lives of our brothers coming behind us, and sometimes even brothers ahead of us. Don't be fooled. You can mentor older men. So some
That's
of us
true.
older brothers need help, and sometimes our minds don't be right either. And you might see something that we don't. I wanted to tell you, if you have an interesting situation with us being here at MSSI, and you have my number, if you like, I'd love to see you become more involved with what I'm doing here with Just Inspire. There's definitely some young men out here that you can have a great impact on.
Yes, sir. I would love that, actually.
At this point, I'm going to ask you to stand up with me, and we're going to conclude this interview. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Please come back.
Yes, sir.
All right. How's it feel?
Of course, I was nervous. This is my first time ever
Yeah.
actually